way to get through that.
Yeah, love to see it.
Well, let's take a look outside. We're looking outside the Giza Stadium Skycam, and I'll have a look at what to expect for the rest of your day that's coming up.
Plus, Kennewick police are on the hunt for the individual responsible for stabbing a woman and teen girl multiple times. And local law enforcement and community organizations are preparing for Drug Take Back Day this weekend to ensure safe disposal of unwanted medication. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And this day is just cruising right along. We're almost getting into our weekend.
It really is. Happy Friday. Here's a look at today's forecast. Happy Friday, everyone. We're looking forward to a warmer weekend ahead. We're seeing some light winds today, as we have been seeing for the last couple days. They've been lowering as we've been going on. We're looking into some overnight weekend showers. We'll get more into that in my full forecast. For today in the Yakima area, we're starting with some high 30 degrees, making our way into the mid to high 50s. That's in the Yakima Valley area. For the Tri-Cities in the Mid-Columbia, we're starting in the mid to high 40s, and we're going to be reaching about 60 degrees across the Mid-Columbia. For Walla Walla, we're starting in the mid 40s, making our way to the mid 50s today in the Blues. I'll have more on that in my full forecast ahead.
Kennewick police are looking for whoever stabbed a woman and a teenage girl shortly after 3:30 yesterday morning. Investigators say this happened on North Tweed Street, which is in a neighborhood about halfway between Kamiakin High School and Hawthorne Elementary School. Police say a 14-year-old girl was fighting with someone she knew, and when a woman tried to step in, they were both stabbed multiple times. They're both expected to survive. Police have not said if the woman and the teen knew each other. If you have information about what happened, you can call the non-emergency line. That's 509-628-0333, or leave an anonymous tip online at kpdtips.com.
A man missing out of Walla Walla and Columbia counties in Washington, the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office wants to find. G. Andy Benavides, he's 47 years old, stands 5'6" and weighs 170 pounds. He was last seen driving a 2015 red Ford 150 pickup dually with a black flatbed and black toolboxes. The truck has a Washington license plate of C29124C. If you see him, contact the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office at 509-527-3265.
An arson investigation is underway after a house fire early yesterday morning in Walla Walla. It happened around 12:30 a.m. near Bush and Garrison Streets. A caller told firefighters flames were burning the outside of the home. The home was also under construction. Everyone inside made it out safely. However, city fire investigators have determined that someone set this fire intentionally. The case was forwarded to Walla Walla Police.
This morning, we're learning more about the bigger planes that Alaska Airlines is flying to and from the Tri-Cities Airport. Alaska is now operating 2 737 flights per day in and out of Pasco. Airport officials tell us other airlines have been doing this for a while, and it doesn't change the routes or the timing, but this could eventually have an impact on ticket prices.
Part of the issue we're facing now is our flights are fuller and we don't have the seats that we had prior to COVID. A lot of that's tied into the pilot shortage issue, so we're having smaller planes or fewer planes than we've had, so getting the bigger seats allows us to have more capacity, which then can bring prices down and also gives us the ability to start having more passengers fly out.
While the airport itself won't need new construction for these planes, the Port of Pasco says there is a new project underway that will open up more than 4,000 feet of office space for lease.
West Richland police are addressing a concern voiced by the community. This has to do with the roundabout modification project taking place on Keene and Bombing Range roads. On the agency's Facebook page, police say they've received numerous messages indicating that drivers continue to pass through the construction zone. Officers say this kind of behavior puts road workers at risk. They also remind drivers that fines double in construction zones. Workers will remove the roundabout and replace it with an intersection and traffic signal.
It's National Drug Take Back Day this Saturday, and law enforcement and local organizations are asking people to get rid of old prescriptions and other drugs they don't need anymore to avoid them falling into the wrong hands. KapKVU's Emily Goodell spoke with the Yakima County Sheriff's Office and Triumph Treatment Services about why it's so important to dispose of old drugs and how to do it safely.
The extra meds in your cupboard might not seem like a big deal, but if they end up in the wrong hands...
Worst case scenario, somebody dies. They have an overdose or they have an adverse reaction to the medication that they thought wouldn't happen to them.
It could happen to anyone.
Little kids or teenagers who might be curious to what these drugs are for or what they might do.
Or a friend or family member with an addiction.
We don't know how widespread that problem is, right? Because substance use disorder and mental health issues, they're not always visible. We mourned and recognized the deaths of 98 people in 2021 from overdose.
Keeping the medication you do need in a lockbox or safe can help, but getting rid of old meds is a must.
It's not good to throw them into the garbage because we don't need those types of medications in the landfill.
Flushing them down the toilet or sink can contaminate water, soil, and fish. But on National Drug Take Back Day, you can give up the prescriptions you don't need anymore, or even street drugs, safely with no questions asked.
We don't even need to see it. It could just be in a grocery bag. You throw it in the thing and leave. We're not going to ask you what it is.
No liquids or needles allowed. But from there,
they're taken away and they're all incinerated at a federal facility.
All to keep people safe.
To get as many prescription medications out of homes that people don't need anymore, so that there won't be an incident of somebody overdosing or dying needlessly. We just want drugs and prescription drugs off the street. And this is a safe way to do it.
In Yakima County, Emily Goodell, KapKVU, Local News.
The Sheriff's Office and others are hosting Shreds and Meds at the Valley Mall Saturday. Plus, Yakima Community Coalition is also taking back meds at Catholic Charities locations in Yakima.
I'll be back with more Good Morning Northwest in just a moment, but first, Riley, if you could give us a little look ahead to your first alert forecast.
For sure, we're going to be seeing some overnight rainy conditions for the weekend and some clouds, some wind for the rest. I'll track the road conditions for you in just a few minutes.
Plus, Artbeat is coming up, and this week we have a sneak peek at a Mid-Columbia Ballet performance celebrating the stories of children's author Dr. Seuss.
Allen Brecky Law Offices help trauma victims on the road to recovery. We understand what you're going through and are serious about helping you. Call 735-0546. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
It's great to see you. Come on down. Welcome to Sea Galley. Dinner tonight or the Shipwreck Lounge. May I suggest our surf and turf special, prime rib and crab.
Spring into action and save on stressless seating at Meredith Furniture. Now get $400 off all classic power recliners, signature-based recliners and ottomans, and cross-base recliners and ottomans. And get $400 off most sofas and love seats. Imagine how much you can save building your dream sectional. Shop Meredith Furniture at First and Washington in front of Hobby Lobby.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
Mix up your breakfast and lunch routine. Stop by Some Bagels and Gelato, where fresh is the name of the game. Bagels by themselves or in a variety of tasty sandwiches. Fresh roasted coffee to make your latte a step above. And save some room for gelato. Find it waiting for you at Some Bagels and Gelato.
It's the biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row, so get ready because everything is on sale. Save on living, dining, and bedroom, like this unbeatable deal on the Wrangler sofa, only $5.99. Save big on the Gunsmoke Queen bed, only $6.99. Get the 5-piece Colors dining set for only $4.49. And check out the queen size Summit Firm for only $332.49. Plus 3 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the biggest sale of the season at Furniture Row ends soon.
Allen Brecky Law Offices help trauma victims on the road to recovery. We understand what you're going through and are serious about helping you. Call 735-0546. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
The Mid-Columbia Ballet has spent the last 2 months preparing for a full day of performances of Ballet de Seuss this Saturday. It's a performance that will take the audience on a journey through some of the stories of Dr. Seuss. For this week's edition of Artbeat, I caught up with the dancers during a rehearsal who told me they were having just as much fun as they appeared to be.
It's a show full of color, over-the-top expressions, and feathers. The Mid-Columbia Ballet is preparing to perform Ballet de Seuss, and the dancers are having a good time doing so.
Oh, it's been so much fun. Yeah, I've just been able to play around with my friends mostly.
I just think that the fun we have while we're out here doing our thing and performing is just so important because, you know, sometimes, I don't know, it gets stressful, but I just love how much of a community we are.
The cornerstone of this community is Deborah Rogo.
I've been the artistic director for 35 years, so I've seen lots of little kids grow up, which is super exciting to see them do little children's roles where they're not doing very much and it's small, and then they get to be beautiful dancers.
Beautiful dancers in a somewhat unconventional ballet.
In May, we're doing Swan Lake. This is the opposite extreme to that. So this is the ballet where they can just have sheer joy. Their technique is it's not a technique driven, whereas when you come see Swan Lake in May, it is all technique driven. So it's just a very different animal for them.
18-year-old Natalie Shearer portrays the character of Gertrude McFuzz.
For me, it's not really a character because I'm on stage with like some of my best friends, and so she's making funny faces at me, and when I make funny faces or I laugh, they're real because I'm having such a good time.
The Mid-Columbia Ballet will perform Ballet de Seuss just 4 times on Saturday.
It doesn't matter whether it's a play or a musical or a ballet, there's so much energy put into getting it ready, and then you have that moment on the stage that's joyous and sad when it finishes. Yeah.
A sensory-friendly performance will take place tonight. Saturday's performances of Ballet de Seuss will take place at 1 p.m., 2:30, 4:30, and 6 at the Academy of Children's Theater in Richland. Tickets are $10, and we'll have a link to ticket information on our website, yaktrinews.com. An annual rite of spring in the Tri-Cities, a pond near the Playground of Dreams in Kennewick, now stocked with thousands of fish. This is the 23rd year of the Kids Outdoor Education's Kids Fishing Derby. Our cameras were at the pond in Columbia Park yesterday morning for the fish release. The pond now stocked with between 6,000 and 8,000 trout. The organizers of this event say it provides kids who might not otherwise get a chance with the opportunity to grab a line and catch a fish.
23rd year, and during the Derby, every kid gets a brand new rod and reel to keep. Limits 3 fish. We have fish cleaning stations, so mom doesn't have to do it in the kitchen sink. And then Sunday is open to all kids, because it'll be good for about the next month.
And as you heard, each participant gets a rod and reel to keep. Registration for the event has already closed due to overwhelming interest. Those with special needs can fish at the pond later today from noon until sunset. The Derby takes place Saturday for children under age 15. Then Sunday, the pond opens to regular fishing for kids under age 15, seniors, and those with special needs. Coming up, a major development in the case against Alec Baldwin for his role in the death of a crew member on the set of the movie Rust. And Riley Fitzgerald returns with a look at your First Alert forecast.
to Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
During our spring tire sale, we watch out for your wallet too. Save up to $175 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
It's time to get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double discount with 18% off. Or no minimum purchase, no money down, 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
There's no better time to freshen up your living room, dine in style, or get that bedroom set you've always wanted. Plus, get a double discount or 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
Are you ready to hit the road and make unforgettable memories with your family? Look no further than our RVs, designed with comfort and adventure in mind.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
My experience at Broadmoor RV has been professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
The RV we have now is pretty spacious compared to what we had before. It feels like a home away from home.
Broadmoor RV makes camping fun.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh wait, there is. Bring your friends. Good morning, America. GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
April is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. If children complain about recurring foot pain or other problems, see a doctor. Get more information at yaktrinews.com.
Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care.
And now another Cap KVU advertiser shares a success story.
We use television to promote our event because you can show the quilts. We've used it probably for our last 10 events. We keep coming back to television for our event because it reaches the most people. We can see the increase in the number of people through our doors. So if you have an event, you should consider TV. It's not as expensive as you think and it reaches a ton of people.
Be your own success story. Team up with Cap KVU Television and Phase 3 Digital, advertising that gets results. This newscast sponsored by wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org. Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We're taking a live look outside the Giza Stadium Skycam. We're seeing some birds out there. The sun is rising. It looks pretty cloudless, but we're going to get some more cloud coverage later. Let's get to our full forecast. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're looking forward to a warmer weekend ahead. We've got some light winds in our areas that have definitely been lowering throughout our week, and we're looking into some overnight weekend showers. So let's get into our showers as we look at our futurecast. We're starting out with a cloudy morning on Friday into a few showers below the Tri-Cities. Into Friday night, still that cloud coverage, but as we get into Saturday morning, we're definitely seeing those overnight showers that I was talking about. Definitely across the Tri-Cities, down into the Blues, some sustained rain that's going to go really quickly throughout our areas into a cloudy Saturday morning. Into Sunday morning is the next time we see that that rain that's going to be coming through our area, some speckled coverage. And into Sunday morning, when we might even see some thunder and lightning over in the Walla Walla area. Into our wind coverage for today, we're seeing some wind. It's definitely going to be dropping on Saturday. We're going to be seeing the temperatures raise on Saturday and the winds drop. As we get into the start of our work week, those winds pick up just a little bit and settle down just a little bit as we go into the rest of our work week. For today, in the Yakima Valley area, we're seeing the mid to high 50s. In the Mid-Columbia, we're seeing around 60 degrees. And in the Blues, we're in the mid 50s today. For our weather tonight, we're in the 30s and 40s, and it's going to be cloudy across our areas for tonight. For our 7-day forecast in Yakima, we're starting in the 50s. We can see we're going to be sunny and cloudy throughout our entire work week and throughout the rest of our week. For our weekend, that weather is raising just a little bit, dropping a little bit at the start of the work week, and then raising throughout the rest of it. For the Tri-Cities, we're seeing 60 degrees and a little bit overcast for the Tri-Cities. we're raising into the weekend. Following that trend, we might see that rain coverage coming on Sunday, raising the weather throughout the rest of the work week. So remember, we've got some wind today. We're going to be looking into some weekend overnight showers, but overall it looks like it's going to be a nice weekend ahead. Back to you.
Thank you, Riley. Now to the charges being dropped against Alec Baldwin in that deadly shooting on the set of his movie Rust. We're now learning what's behind this sudden move by prosecutors. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
This morning, prosecutors are revealing they have new evidence in the deadly movie set shooting involving Alec Baldwin. As a result, they say they are dropping the charge of involuntary manslaughter against Baldwin.
The special prosecutors who were appointed clearly don't believe that there's enough evidence to move forward with a trial against Alec Baldwin.
Baldwin was set to stand trial for the shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of Rust. But in a statement last night, prosecutors said new facts were discovered over the last few days, less than 2 weeks before the trial was set to begin. Prosecutors did not disclose the new evidence. But the Los Angeles Times reports prosecutors recently discovered the prop gun had been modified, increasing the odds that the gun might have misfired. 2 special prosecutors were appointed in the case last month after the previous special prosecutor resigned.
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them, never.
Baldwin has denied pulling the trigger, insisting it went off accidentally. Experts say a modified trigger could have caused the prop gun misfire, but it does not explain how a live bullet got on set.
I'm the armorer, or at least I was.
The film's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, was also charged with involuntary manslaughter and pleaded not guilty. Her pretrial hearing is scheduled next month. Her attorney saying the truth about what happened will come out, adding, "We fully expect Hannah to also be exonerated." In the meantime, the movie has resumed shooting in Montana.
Although charges against Baldwin are being dropped, prosecutors say the charges could still be refiled after further investigation. Well, the Directors Guild of America has a stark warning for its members. You must cross the picket line if the Writers Guild goes on strike. The Writers Guild of America has voted to authorize a strike on May 1st if there is not a new contract with the Alliance of Motion Pictures and Television Producers, or AMPTP. But the Directors Guild reminded its members that their contract states they will not engage in or assist any strike affecting motion picture production against the employer. That includes production companies, streamers, and studios. They say they would be violating their contract if they join the picket line and could face repercussions from their employers, including being replaced. Meanwhile, the Directors Guild contract with the AMPTP expires on June 10th, and negotiations are expected to begin early next month. R&B singer R. Kelly has filed an appeal to reverse his 2021 conviction on sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Attorneys allege that at least 4 jurors were familiar with R. Kelly's accusations before the trial began, but they were not removed from the jury. They also argue that prosecutors bombarded the jury with excessive evidence that should not have been admissible in court. R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison and was ordered to pay over $360,000 in restitution. The R&B star's attorneys are demanding either a reversal on the conviction or a new trial altogether. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, the newest jobs report has economists concerned as jobless claims are on the rise.
If your group or organization would like to receive job postings from Cap KVUE, contact our Human Resources Department at 509-735-8369 to request notices. Cap KVUE is an equal opportunity employer.
When great food meets delivery, people just smile. Taste and See Deli in Yakima offers delicious catering that's home cooked like family. And whether you need a dozen box lunches or 100 breakfast burritos, we've got you covered. Give us a call or stop by. Taste and See Deli.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save Big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands: Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
It's Macy's Friends and Family Sale. Take an extra 30% off great gifts for any mom and 15% off beauty. Plus shop specials. Now at Macy's.
It's time for a new kind of diamond. The You're Always There For Me diamond. The You're My Inspiration diamond. The diamond that honors every side of her. Diamonds by Pandora. Exquisitely beautiful, lab-created diamonds. Happy Mother's Day.
For over 30 years, Denver Mattress has been crafting factory direct mattresses with innovative design and unrivaled quality, improving the sleeping lives of millions of people one night at a time. And during the biggest sale of the season, save up to $800 on Purple mattress and adjustable base bundles, plus get a $300 free gift. Check out the Summit Firm, only $332.49, or get a Doctor's Choice Firm, now just $664.99, plus 3 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Cat KVUE First Alert Weather, helping keep you and your family safe.
New economic data out Thursday suggests the U.S. economy is weakening. The Labor Department says first-time jobless claims rose to 245,000 for the week ending April 15th. That's about 5,000 more than economists were expecting. Weekly jobless claims have been ticking up in the past few weeks. They are now hovering slightly above pre-pandemic levels. Continuing jobless claims, which are filed by people who have received unemployment benefits for more than 1 week, were also up. The Federal Reserve has been hoping the labor market would soften to help ease the pressure on inflation.
The Justice Department has reached million-dollar settlements in 3 lawsuits against U.S. oil and gas companies. The settlements reached aim to resolve claims that several large companies were using faulty equipment to manufacture and refine natural gas, as well as other actions that violated Clean Air Act standards set by the Environmental Protection Agency. According to the Justice Department, the companies will spend about $16 million combined on repairs and upgrades as part of these settlements. The DOJ says the changes have the potential to reduce air pollution by an estimated 953 tons per year. Each settlement is still subject to approval by a federal judge and will undergo a 30-day public comment period.
Coming up next, multiple police departments are facing federal lawsuits after evidence emerges of patterns of racist and homophobic behavior.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $15.99. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. Dine in or carry out. Come acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
From Camp KVUE, this is Medically Speaking.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we want to remind you your oral health is important. We know that life can get busy. Don't let your family's oral health take a back seat. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we offer extended hours. That's right, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. We want you to smile healthy and live happy. No insurance? No problem. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, our membership plan starts at just $79 and costs only $35 a month. That's 2 cleanings, x-rays, and much more for just $35 a month. Learn more at wrfdc.com or pdpnw.com. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
In the market for an RV? Do not buy any RV before you shop Click-It RV. Because Click-It RV has just acquired over 300 2022 fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and motorhomes. And everyone is just $199 over invoice. And take advantage of 0 down, no payments for 90 days, and low interest financing. Plus guaranteed lowest price and lifetime warranty. So don't miss the Click-It RV Do Not Buy sale. Going on now at all 5 locations, including right here in Pasco.
Since 1968, Sundown M Ranch has helped over 200,000 patients and families recover from the effects of substance use disorders.
I was ashamed, humiliated, and not sure if I could be helped, but I listened and found a completely different way to live by spending time at Sundown.
I did not believe there was a way out of the dark hole my life had become. Sundown M Ranch provided a foundation for me to find a new way to live.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
You love a cold, refreshing soft drink from McDonald's. So we've got even colder ones.
From frozen faves to our new lemonade. Get any small for $1.89. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Red or white. At Coyote Canyon, we've got you covered. If you love red, try our Italian Sangiovese, French Grenache, or Spanish Tempranillo. Like what you taste? Wine Club. Come visit our tasting room in Prosser. Coyote Canyon is calling.
Portion of Cap KV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Police departments in California and Oklahoma are under fire after claims of racism and homophobia running rampant on the force. And politicians have been announcing their intentions to run for president in 2024, and President Biden may be preparing an announcement to run for a re-election soon.
And we have a look at your morning conditions, your bus stop forecast right now.
From Cap KVU Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I love seeing the sky cam this morning and seeing the sun coming up earlier and earlier every day.
Every single day, the days are getting a little longer and it's very, very nice to see.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into our first forecast. Happy Friday, everyone. We're looking forward to a warmer weekend ahead. We're seeing some light winds today, as we have been seeing for the last couple days. They've been lowering as we've been going on. We're looking into some overnight weekend showers. We'll get more into that in my full forecast. For today in the Yakima area, we're starting with some high 30 degrees, making our way into the mid to high 50s. That's in the Yakima Valley area. For the Tri-Cities in the Mid-Columbia, we're starting in the mid to high 40s, and we're going to be reaching about 60 degrees across the Mid-Columbia. For Walla Walla, we're starting in the mid 40s, making our way to the mid 50s today in the Blues. I'll have more on that in my full forecast ahead.
A major new lawsuit claims the California Police Department has shown a pattern of racism. It comes as a similar scandal unfolds in Oklahoma with similar evidence. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
This morning, a city in Northern California faces a federal lawsuit. Its police department accused of racist and homophobic behavior.
This community probably should have been more afraid of the police than the gangsters or the criminals that were in their communities, because these were criminals.
The lawsuit, brought by alleged victims of the Antioch Police Department, claims civil rights violations.
I have been harassed and targeted and railroaded by the Antioch Police Department for over 10 years.
The suit is based on findings from a state and federal investigation into the department, which found emails and text messages allegedly showing a pattern of racist behavior. One text reading, "We just ran down a monkey," and another said, "I sometimes just say people gave a full confession when they didn't. Get filed easier." The DA named 17 police officers involved, but says there could be up to 45, nearly half the department.
There were supervisors, sergeants, and lieutenants who were part of the text mail list. And unfortunately, they're the ones who were supposed to call into question and to prevent this from happening. But they did not.
Meanwhile, another law enforcement agency is being investigated for racist comments, this one in Oklahoma, because of this recording of 4 officials in McCurtain County during a meeting.
If it was back in the day, would Alan Marshall take a damn blackjack, whoop their and throw them in the cell? I'd run for the chair. Yeah, well, it's not like that no more.
The 4 also apparently discussed hiring hitmen to kill reporters. A county commissioner has now resigned. A sheriff and 2 others are suspended. The department is also now facing a wrongful death lawsuit.
The McCurtain Sheriff's Office claims the recordings may have been altered. State and federal officials are investigating. As for the case in Antioch, California, the officers have not been charged with any crime. Local lawmakers want the Justice Department to investigate. The suspect in the shooting of a 6-year-old neighbor and her father in North Carolina has turned himself in. A manhunt ended in Hillsborough County, Florida, with the arrest of Robert Singletary, who allegedly fired on his neighbors after a basketball rolled into his yard and kids went to retrieve it. 6-year-old Kinsley White was riding her bike nearby and was hit in the cheek. Her father was seriously injured and remains hospitalized. The 24-year-old Singletary is expected to appear in court today before he faces extradition back to North Carolina. This incident is just another case in the past week where young people were shot for mistakenly encroaching on someone else's property. 16-year-old Ralph Yarl was shot for ringing the doorbell on the wrong house, and 20-year-old Kaylin Gillis was shot and killed when her car turned into the wrong driveway. 2 teenagers were shot in a Texas supermarket parking lot after one opened the door to the wrong vehicle.
The double murder trial of Lori Vallow Daybell finished another day of testimony as prosecutors tried to untangle the details surrounding the complicated case. The Idaho mother is accused of killing her 2 children, JJ and Tylee, and conspiring to kill her husband's previous wife, Tammy Daybell. Multiple witnesses took the stand Thursday, including JJ's former school principal and nanny. Principal Josh Wilson testified that 7-year-old JJ was enrolled at Kennedy Elementary School for only 3 weeks before being abruptly removed. Vallow Daybell told Wilson that JJ would be homeschooled and he never heard from them again. The case has captured the attention of the nation and was even featured in a Netflix true crime documentary after speculation that Vallow Daybell and her husband had apocalyptic religious beliefs that they believed justified the murders.
On Thursday night, conservative radio talk show host Larry Elder told Fox News that he's running for president in 2024. And according to numerous sources, another announcement like this is expected from the current commander-in-chief. John Lawrence reports.
It appears President Joe Biden wants to spend another 4 years at the White House. Biden has reportedly signed off on a plan to formalize his intentions to run for re-election.
As my mother, Miss Graham, would say, God love you.
4 sources familiar with the situation say a video announcement about another White House bid could be released as soon as Tuesday.
If you look at the polls right now, it looks like it's Trump and Biden. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to pick. Maybe we should try to avoid that.
But Biden has more pressing matters than a possible rematch against former President Donald Trump, including this week's report from the Labor Department, which says first-time jobless claims are up and the looming deadline for raising the U.S.'s debt ceiling.
Would you simply raise the limit, or would you first sit down and look at what you're spending your money on? Every household does that, and Congress should do the same.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's plan, which he says will get through the House next week, has not impressed the Biden administration.
The way to have a real negotiation on the budget is for House Republicans to take threats of default when it comes to the economy and what it could potentially do to the economy off the table.
If McCarthy's bill gets through the House, it's not expected to pass the Democratic-led Senate. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
All right, let's talk about the weather. Riley, what can we expect today?
Well, it's going to be a very cloudy Friday. We're not seeing it right now, but they'll definitely start rolling out pretty soon. I'll track the conditions for you in just a few minutes.
Plus, when we come back, we'll take a trip to a simpler time when our biggest worries were nap time and making sure to color within the lines. We're celebrating National Kindergarten Day next.
Portion of Cap KV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Get a great deal and the best prices of the year. Now at Overturf Kia, you'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. A 2023 Kia Soul LX with automatic transmission starts at just $19,999. Plus, get interest rates as low as 2.9%. Take delivery today or reserve a car that's on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
No matter where life takes you, how it changes you or how you change your life, I want you to always come back to remembering our love.
Maybe everything is different, maybe not all bad, where the main things are centered to help us come around. Oh, love is the common ground.
It's time to get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double discount with 18% off. Or no minimum purchase, no money down, 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
There's no better time to freshen up your living room, dine in style, or get that bedroom set you've always wanted. Plus, get a double discount or 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves! Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Cap KVU Local News is breaking news.
We begin with breaking news tonight. The man accused of shooting 2 people.
Breaking news this morning out of Pasco. Several fire crews from agencies around the valley are on the scene of a house fire.
We begin with breaking news tonight. We've just learned remains found earlier this month.
We begin with breaking news. The state legislature has advanced a controversial bill loosening the rules.
From the Blues to the Cascades, we are breaking news. Cap KVU Local News.
It is 6:40. Welcome back. Remember your kindergarten days where you got to explore your creative side, color, and enjoy nap time without being judged?
Well, Friday is a perfect day to reflect on that. It's National Kindergarten Day. We celebrate all the curiosity and interest-driven learning at the heart of kindergarten teaching every April 21st.
It's the birthday of German educator Friedrich Froebel, who started the first kindergarten in the 1800s. At the time, it was a play and activity institute to help young children transition from home to school. And today, nearly all states require school districts to offer some form of kindergarten for 5-year-olds. I kind of think that every day should be like a kindergarten day for adults.
I agree. Why don't we have nap times at like our big kid jobs? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And we can have playtime as well.
Exactly. Heading forward, I'll have your first alert forecast coming up and we'll track the conditions for you.
And Morrow County community members made the trip to Salem this week to demand a solution to a problem that has been plaguing their community for over a year. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Dear 2030, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 4.99% APR for up to 60 months on a Toyota certified used Camry, Corolla, or RAV4. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save
Big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
We're seeing customers come in every single day. Pros are using battery equipment.
Making the switch to battery was one of the best decisions that we made as a company.
We made the switch to battery-powered equipment to be ahead of the industry.
It's made in America, and I wanted something that was built here.
This is where the world is headed. It's better to be ahead of it now than get on it later.
Built for you. Built for work. Real steel. Find yours.
Take advantage of all the tax credits you can, including the new Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You could get up to $1,200 back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Welcome to the Spectrum Lab, where we're bringing you the best in connectivity with Spectrum One.
Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999.
Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest internet speeds in the nation, so you always have the speed you need for all your connected devices. This guy gets it.
Advanced Wi-Fi comes with state-of-the-art security and privacy, which automatically blocks online threats on all your devices. If it's connected, it's protected.
Plus, Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data on a reliable nationwide network.
At Spectrum, we're always working to bring you better ways to connect.
You think they noticed the orb? I think so. Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or Spectrum Store today.
The awesome Hiawatha Trail. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday night at 6. Now, Cap KVUE First Alert Weather.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're looking forward to a warmer weekend ahead. We've got some light winds in our areas that have definitely been lowering throughout our week, and we're looking into some overnight weekend showers. So let's get into our showers as we look at our futurecast. We're starting out with a cloudy morning on Friday, into a few showers below the Tri-Cities. Into Friday night, still that cloud coverage, but as we get into Saturday morning, we're definitely seeing those overnight showers that I was talking about. Definitely across the Tri-Cities, down into the Blues, some sustained rain that's going to go really quickly throughout our areas into a cloudy Saturday morning. Into Sunday morning is the next time we see that that rain that's going to be coming through our area, some speckled coverage. And into Sunday morning, when we might even see some thunder and lightning over in the Walla Walla area. Into our wind coverage for today, we're seeing some wind. It's definitely going to be dropping on Saturday. We're going to be seeing the temperatures raise on Saturday and the winds drop. As we get into the start of our work week, those winds pick up just a little bit and settle down just a little bit as we go into the rest of our work week. For today, in the Yakima Valley area, we're seeing the mid to high 50s. In the mid-Columbia, we're seeing around 60 degrees. And in the Blues, we're in the mid 50s today. For our weather tonight, we're in the 30s and 40s, and it's going to be cloudy across our areas for tonight. For our 7-day forecast in Yakima, we're starting in the 50s. We can see we're going to be sunny and cloudy throughout our entire work week and throughout the rest of our week. For our weekend, that weather is raising just a little bit, dropping a little bit at the start of the work week, and then raising throughout the rest of it. For the Tri-Cities, we're seeing 60 degrees and a little bit overcast for the Tri-Cities. We're raising into the weekend. Following that trend, we might see that rain coverage coming on Sunday, raising the weather throughout the rest of the work week. So remember, we've got some wind today. We're going to be looking into some weekend overnight showers, but overall it looks like it's going to be a nice weekend ahead. Back to you.
Demands at the Oregon Capitol this week. Advocates and community members from Morrow County went to Salem demanding Governor Tina Kotek declare a state of emergency for an ongoing issue. Last year, residents throughout Morrow and Umatilla County were advised their well water may have high levels of nitrates. Nitrates can lead to issues for babies, young children, and pregnant women. Health districts and county leaders stepped in to provide testing and clean water, but residents like Maria Collins say more needs to be done.
We worry a lot about our health, and again, my grandsons, I worry about their health. I think about my kids that grew up here too, what that meant for their health. There's only so much that I can do, and it's an overwhelming responsibility to be managing that. We need, and that's why we believe that we need their support.
During their visit to the state capitol, advocates conducted a nitrate test to show how dangerous this well water can be. And we'll hear more from Maria and an advocate, as well as the governor's office tonight on Cap KVUE.
A ribbon cutting today for a new drone testing facility in Boardman, Oregon. The Oregon National Guard and U.S. Navy will conduct today's ceremony to officially open the Unmanned Aerial System Operating Facility. The facility costs $13.3 million and includes a paved runway, a controlled waste facility, and a flammable materials facility.
We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, all charges dropped against Rust actor Alec Baldwin, for now. Special prosecutors Carrie Morrissey and Jason Lewis, who were assigned to the case last month, dismissing the involuntary manslaughter charges without prejudice, saying new facts were revealed that demand further investigation and forensic analysis in the case. This decision does not absolve Mr. Baldwin of criminal culpability, and charges may be refiled.
BYE is short the person that had the gun in the same.
The New York Times reports evidence showing the gun Baldwin rehearsed with had been modified before arriving on set. Baldwin maintaining he was told the gun did not contain live ammunition and that he never pulled the trigger in Hutchins' shooting death. So is Baldwin still in any legal risk? We'll talk live to legal analyst Dan Abrams coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Trelegy for COPD.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know.
If you're tired of staring down your COPD,
It's a new dawn, it's a new day,
stop settling.
and I'm feeling good.
Start a new day with Trelegy. No once-daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trelegy. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy makes breathing easier for a full 24 hours, improves lung function, and helps prevent future flare-ups. Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Take a stand and start a new day with Trelegy. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy and save at Trelegy.com.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:51. We're going to get to Riley's forecast in a moment, but first a look at this morning's top stories. Kennewick police are looking for whoever stabbed a woman and a teenage girl shortly after 3:30 yesterday morning. Investigators say this happened on North Tweed Street. Police say a 14-year-old girl was fighting with someone she knew, and when a woman tried to step in, they were both stabbed multiple times. They're both expected to survive. Police have not said if the woman and the teen knew each other. If you have information about what happened, you can call the non-emergency line. That's 509-628-0333, or leave an anonymous tip online at kpdtips.com. This morning, we're learning more about the bigger planes that Alaska Airlines is flying to and from the Tri-Cities Airport. Alaska is now operating 2 737 flights per day in and out of Pasco. Airport officials tell us other airlines have been doing this for a while, and it doesn't change the routes or the timing, but this could eventually have an impact on ticket prices. While the airport itself won't need new construction for these planes, the Port of Pasco says there is a new project underway that will open up more than 4,000 feet of office space for lease. An arson investigation is underway after a house fire early yesterday morning in Walla Walla. It happened around 12:30 a.m. near Bush and Garrison Streets. The caller told firefighters flames were burning the outside of the home. The home was also under construction. Everyone inside made it out safely. However, city fire investigators have determined that someone set the fire intentionally. The case was forwarded to Walla Walla Police. A missing man out of Walla Walla and Columbia counties in Washington. The Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office wants to find G. Andy Benavidez. He's 47 years old, stands 5'6" and weighs about 170 pounds. He was last seen driving a 2015 red Ford 150 pickup dually with a black flatbed and black toolboxes. The truck has a Washington license plate of C29124C. If you see him, contact the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office at 509-527-3265. The Mid-Columbia Ballet is preparing to perform a somewhat unconventional ballet this weekend. Dancers will perform Ballet de Seuss at the Academy of Children's Theatre throughout the day on Saturday. The company's artistic director says this ballet is less technical than others, with a lot of emphasis on performance over technique.
They have come so far, and not just in their dancing abilities, but also in portraying the stories and the humor and behind them. So it's been a great growth for them.
There are 4 performances of Ballet de Seuss throughout the afternoon and evening Saturday, and you can find ticket information on our website, yaktrinews.com. West Richland Police addressing a concern voiced by the community. This has to do with the roundabout modification project taking place on Keene and Bombing Range roads. On the agency's Facebook page, police say they've received numerous messages indicating that drivers continue to pass through the construction zone. Officers say this kind of behavior puts road workers at risk. They also remind drivers that fines double in construction zones. Workers will remove the roundabout and replace it with an intersection and traffic signal. It's National Drug Take Back Day this Saturday, and law enforcement and local organizations are asking people to get rid of old prescriptions and other drugs they don't need anymore. That's because kids or family members who may struggle with addiction could get a hold of them and potentially overdose. Throwing them in the garbage doesn't work because they're not good for the landfill, and flushing them can contaminate water, soil, and fish. But if you turn them in on Saturday, they'll get disposed of safely, no questions asked.
We don't even need to see it. It could just be in a grocery bag. You throw it in the thing and we're not going to ask you what it is.
The Sheriff's Office and others are hosting Shreds and Meds at the Valley Mall Saturday. Plus, Yakima Community Coalition also taking back meds at Catholic Charities locations in Yakima. A Hanford subcontractor is facing nearly a dozen federal charges accused of scamming the government out of more than $1 million that was supposed to help keep struggling businesses afloat. The U.S. Attorney for Eastern Washington says B&L Technical Services filed for Paycheck Protection Act funding during the pandemic. They allegedly got more than $1.3 million while they were getting paid by the Department of Energy the whole time. The U.S. Attorney says the owner took all that money for himself and his family and then filed for loan forgiveness. If convicted, he could be sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day so far, and I hope the rest of it goes great. We are warming into our weekend. We're seeing some light wind today as it's been lowering throughout our week, and we're going to be seeing some overnight weekend showers. Let's talk about those showers starting on our Futurecast. Got some cloud coverage this morning and into our afternoon as well. A little bit of rain seen just below the Tri-Cities. As we move into Friday night, even more cloud coverage into Saturday morning. These are those overnight showers that I was talking about, very light in the Walla Walla and Tri-Cities kind of area. Into Saturday morning, we're seeing some more cloud coverage as we make our way through the rest of Saturday. Just some clouds, speckled, scattered showers throughout our areas on Sunday morning. And into the early morning, we're going to be seeing possibly even some electricity through the Walla Walla area, even more rain coverage. It's going to be pretty light throughout Sunday morning. For the rest of today, we're going to be seeing the mid to high 50s in the Yakima Valley area. In the Mid-Columbia, we're going to be hitting about 60 degrees. And in the Blues, we're hitting the mid 50s today. So I hope you have a fantastic Friday. We're looking forward to a great weekend ahead.
Thanks for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next. Cap KVUE Local News is back tonight at 5, and you can always find the latest updates on our website, yaktrinews.com. Have a great morning.